And we are live. Wow, what a beautiful Saturday morning here in Houston, Texas, and beautiful evening in Kenya, Nairobi. Good morning, all my people on that has been following Omolara OT Consulting. I want to welcome you back to my business page platform. So, good morning, happy Saturday. How are you all doing? I know some people are already awake, some people are still sleeping. And if you're going to be joining us this morning, I want to welcome you to my business page. If you're going to catch up on the replay, I want to welcome you as well. I want to say thank you for stopping by at Omolara OT Consulting Business Page Platform. And I want you to please, if you're going to be joining us this morning, I want you to, on the comment section, your location where you're watching us from. We want to know it and we want to acknowledge you. So thank you, everyone that will be joining us this morning. This is Omolara once again, a mom of three, a wife, and also an healthcare professional, a digital business mentor, and finally, a successful digital business owner. So I'm the face behind this page. And what I do on this page, we train people, we help people set up an online digital business in case you're trying to look for one. And so today, this beautiful morning, I have a beautiful sister here. And I'm so glad. I mean, if you put water in my mouth, I'll tell you I'm so glad and happy to have her this morning on my business page, all the way from Kenya, Nairobi. Her name is Everlyne. A mom of two wonderful grown-up kids. Okay, so I don't want to say much about her. Let's hear from the horse's mouth. So, good morning here from Houston, Texas, and good evening from Kenya. So, Miss Evelyn, I would like you, because I know a lot of people that have been coming with me. Some are in Africa as well, and they'll be like, okay, I don't think I can do this all the way from Africa. And the joyful part of it is you are from that same Africa. They are saying, oh no,
Yeah.
we can't operate this business from Africa. So,
Mhm.
briefly, I want you to tell us about yourself and your background and where you're from.
Mhm. Thank you. Thank you so much, Omolara, for having me. And good evening from Kenya, beautiful Kenya. Good morning in Houston, Texas. Good afternoon from wherever you are tuned in. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
My name, just like Omolara has said, is Evelyn. I am a Kenyan. I'm born and bred in Kenya. A bit traveled, but I live and have lived for all my life in Kenya. I am a mom of two boys, just like Omolara has said. I have worked for 21 years as a high school teacher for the government of Kenya. And for the last 2 years, I have been working on my business. And I also mentor other people who want to join, who are looking to work online. And I am a very successful business owner for that matter. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you for that introduction. So you've all heard she's from
Mhm.
Kenya.
Mm.
Meaning you can do this business globally,
Yeah.
not restricted to America only, Canada only, Europe only. No,
Mhm.
it's everywhere. We are global. So thank
Mm.
you, Miss Evelyn, for that. And so
Mm.
I'm gonna go move to the next my next question. It says, how do you found this business and what triggers your decision to start this online digital business, even all the way from Africa?
Thank you. The beauty part of the business is that it is not bound by location. So it doesn't matter whether I'm in Africa, Asia, I'm in North America, or wherever. It is not bound by location. And I think that is one thing that when I was looking out for something extra to do, that is one of the one of the things that checked the boxes that it is a global business. So I came into the business, I was looking, and I had been looking for a while. The reason why I wanted to come onto the business is because I wanted to create an extra revenue so that I could be able to cater for my health, my medical charges. 2 years ago, I fell very ill. I had a challenge, a health challenge that put me in hospital for quite a long time. And I was not, it is a position that I was in, and I could not pay my medical bills. Not because I did not have a medical insurance, but it's because I had been in hospital for quite a long time, and I exhausted my insurance cover that is allocated to me by the government. And therefore, on this part of the world in Kenya, if you are not able to, if you are in a position that I was in, you bring together your friends, you bring together your family, and we do a fundraising. That is the norm in Kenya. And at that point, I really felt burden in my heart that I had to keep on, every time I had to go for medication, I had to keep on asking my friends to bail me out, to pay my medical charges, because the injuries that I had left me with a permanent damage on my lower limbs that I was forced to work with support. I was in a wheelchair, and later on, I was now permanently on support, and therefore I needed medical attention all the time. So I needed to find something to cushion my bills, so that I would be able to access the best medical care that I could be able to afford, so that I can actually be here today and share this platform with you, Omolara. So apart from the medical bills that I had that really pushed me to go out of my way to look for something, I have my eldest son is in aviation school, and it is damn expensive. The fees were high, were so high. I could not afford to see him dropping out of school. And I decided that I will do everything legitimate. I will look for something extra to ensure that my children do not drop out of school. I have my aging mother that I was supporting. So the bills had been overwhelming and suffocating at that moment. And I told God, if you allow me to leave hospital, then I want to try something new, something that would allow me to create an extra income. And true, God is faithful. I was able to come. I was able to meet this business. I saw this business on my newsfeed online, and it checked all the boxes. I saw it on an ad of a mother like me who was talking about running a successful business and helping other people. And I was blown away with the whole business model. So this is why I wanted to come to the business, to be able to just provide for my medical care, because I needed to be healthy for my children. I saw that if I'm able to pay my medical bills, I'm able to access better medical care, then I would be able to provide for my children, and in turn, I would be able to be there for my aging mother. And that really pushed me so hard. And that is that is my biggest why I wanted to have an online business. And being in Africa did not stop me, because I have every access to the same system as you, Omolara, who is in the US. There is no difference between the system that I am using and the system that you are using. So there is no difference. It is only that I am in Africa and you are in the US. The system is all the same. Yes, back to you.
All right, thank you. Wow, I'm blown away by your testimony. I mean, by your story, because I
Yeah.
mean, I know everybody wants extra income. I mean, and if you need that, all you need to do is to go out of your way, go out of the box. We can't just sit down and say we need extra income, and that extra income will come and meet us in the house. You have to go out and search for it. You have to go out and look for it. I mean, having health issue, a lot of people have health issues, but still they feel because they have health issue, they can't do anything. And I always tell people, you don't limit yourself.
Yeah.
The only price you can put on yourself is to limit yourself, and you don't want to do that because of the consequences. And so you having an health issue, the main reason why I had to go start looking for something to do is also because I was having an health issue. You know, going to the ER, emergency room, 3 times in a year. That alone, I'm like, I just have to do something, simply because I was working back to back. There is no rest. I hardly have time for myself. I hardly have time for my children. I hardly even see them.
Mm-hmm.
And so all these things are piled up in my body. So if I have to go to ER, maybe I might go to ER today in another 3-4 months, another ER. So and now I sat down, I said to myself, no, I can't continue this way. This is not a healthy living. I mean, one can just sit down and don't make it anymore. One can just drop dead at any time. So I had to call my attention myself and said, no, there has to be another way out. And that's the reason why I also had to like go out there and start looking for something that is that is legitimate that I can do while I have peace of mind, knowing fully that okay, I'm not stressing myself anymore, no more here, and I'm glad and I thank God. I can tell you today, the last time I went to hospital for anything was the last time I went to that emergency room 2 years ago before I started this business. And any other time I have to go to hospital, maybe I'll go for my medical checkup, yearly woman checkup, and that's it. So I'm glad and I'm so moved with your story. So thanks for sharing your story with me, with us. So before I go on, I say Josephine Nzeyima Joseph, all the way from US. Thank you for joining us this morning, Miss Josephine. How are you doing this Saturday morning? Thank you for joining us. So without wasting much of our time, I'm going to move to my next question. And my next question is, how has the business benefit you as a mom and a teacher?
Yeah, that's a very beautiful question. I have really grown as a person. When I came into the business, I was at my lowest. I was at a bad place, if I may say. But when I came into this business, one thing that I appreciate that gave me the confidence to speak about my condition with so much confidence without breaking down is that I met beautiful people in this community who held my hand. When I came into the business, I was given a mentor and a coach who have been on my side every single step of the way. They have been a serious motivation. And I was also attached to a virtual community of over 120,000 people that every day when I wake up and I feel like, I am down, I go into this community and they are able to, uplift me. They are able to challenge me and tell me that it is doable. That if the 120 people saw the business and are actively doing it, from diverse backgrounds, then therefore I can also be able to do it and help other people. So one thing that I have seen that is a tremendous improvement in my life is the personal development. I am a better person. I'm a more confident person. I'm ready to help other people, to be able to share the opportunity with as many people that want to change their life and help other people as well. And this is one thing that I never did. I think when I had the injuries, when you get an injury that puts you in a place where you are no longer able to do your errands as you do, it affects your personal, it affects your self-esteem. But all that is all gone. It's like the business washed all that away and gave me a new lease of life. So I am so grateful for the business opportunity and the training system that is here that has allowed me to meet other people, like beautiful people like you, who are ready and willing to share the same platform with me and just, uplift one another. Secondly, I have met many people. I can say that virtually I have thousands of friends. I have many friends who I will never have met in my entire life. I would never have met the people I have online, virtually from every continent of the world, that I can be able to, if I'm chatting and I think I am working on my business, I can be able to talk to anyone around the globe who is awake. And if I have a question, I just put in our chat and I have instant responses. So my social network has grown, and when your social network has grown, then your social you have somebody to hold your hand. You have a great support system. And then 3 is the financial reward, of course. People come into the business because of the financial reward. So one thing that I want to emphasize and just share with our viewers is that in our business, we have 5 streams of income.
Yeah.
And I have realized that when I came into the business, I intended just to, create a few, a few
Mm-hmm.
extra earnings. But now I am seeing that it's going to go beyond my wildest dreams, that
Mm-hmm.
possibly that one day I can look in the future and say that one day I will be able to now just sit back and concentrate on my business and, concentrate on my health and just enjoy the fruits of having an online business. So it has been a very fruitful journey that I can actually proudly share with anyone and tell them, I mean, just take a look. Just take a look, and you'll never be disappointed. We'll be here to
Exactly.
support you all the step of the way. Yeah,
Wow. Thank you
yeah.
so much for that. I mean, there you can't go wrong in this business because even though you are not learning, this business will make you to it will open your eyes, your wide. I
Yeah.
mean, it's gonna open you up. Like
Mm.
I'm not before, not that I'm not learning. I mean, I went to school, I went to college, but
Yeah.
using social media to do all this, I don't really go into it because that's not my line. And so
Mhm.
this business, just like you said, personal development, it has
Mm.
developed me to a point that even at my job, my doctors will say, "Oh, look at that woman. She's a content creator." I'm like, you know, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I have all
Mhm.
this in me. So this
Mhm.
business, it helps us to bring us out, to
Yeah.
find yourself, to know who you are. That's
Mhm.
one great thing I've learned in this business. It makes you
Mm.
to know, I mean, those talents that it's in you that you'd never
Mhm.
even deem that you know you have it.
Yeah.
It brings it
True.
out.
Mm.
I'm not that person that talks to people like that. So it
Mm.
brings me out. I'm able to like talk to people. I'm able to face the crowd before I can't do all that. So
Mhm.
it gives me that boldness to speak in public. So I mean, this is an example of it. We are here live. People will see us across the world. They might not see it now, but later they're going to see it. So
Mhm.
personal development is one thing we have in this community.
Mhm.
Support, and the support we get goes a long way. We have
Mhm.
love for each other, and the
Mhm.
love we have for each other. I mean, if not for this business and if not for the love, I won't know you.
Yeah.
In my
True.
widest dream, just like you said, in my widest dream, I won't even come across you, not to talk of knowing you. And that's
Yeah.
why we have seen, I mean, we've met a lot, thousands of people. So
Mm.
tell me, in the community of over 120,000, what do you expect? If
Mm.
you don't know everybody, at least you will meet, you might not know if see each other, I mean, face to face, but
Mhm.
virtually you're going to meet each other. The
Mhm.
people I've
Yeah.
seen that I've met in this business is over 300.
Yeah.
So in my wildest dream, I never dream I'm going to see them or meet them in my life. So
Mhm.
I thank God for this business, for letting me know people across the world,
Mm.
having personal development, and the financial aspect of it. Excuse me, just like you said, it's
Mm.
unbeatable because
Mhm.
I struggle with bills before. Even working 2.5 job, I still
Mm.
struggle paying bills
Mm.
because the bills, it's never ending. It
Yeah.
doesn't end. It's always there. If it's not medical bills, it's gonna be credit card bills, loans,
Mm.
student loan bills, bills, utility bills. It's always there. It's not going
Mm.
away. So even with two
Mhm.
and a half job, I'm still in debt. Car notes, everything is there. So
Yeah.
it gave me that financial freedom that yes, I can vouch if I want to get anything today, if I want to travel today, I can go anywhere without looking
Mm.
back, without looking in my
Mhm.
pocket that, oh, how much do I have left in my pocket? And that's the joy, the beauty of our digital business. All
Mhm.
businesses are not legit, but our business, the one we're talking about, it is a legit
Mm.
business. So,
Yeah.
guys, folks, if you're out there listening to us, or you're going to catch up on the replay of this episode, I want you to do your due diligence because this business, it is legit. I have friends everywhere and they tell me, oh, I'm still not convinced enough. I said, okay, so if I now turn myself into business, like, okay, myself now, my business, that's when you're going to believe that this business is like this after almost 2 years. So you need to do your due diligence, okay? And so thank you so much, Miss Evelyn. I'm going to move to my next question, which says, can you share your struggle, if there is any, your challenges on running your digital business while in Africa? Because I know a lot of people, I don't really know much about Africa country like that, but at least my country that I came from, Nigeria, they do have a problem of electricity. And that's why some people are so scared that, oh, okay, if I have to do a business online, what would I be using? What will I be doing if I don't have a good source? Sorry, if I don't have good source of energy, electricity, how am I going to run the business? So, is there any struggle that you want to share with our audience today? Any challenges running your digital business in Kenya? Thank you. Over to you.
Okay. The challenges are mainly okay for us in Kenya. I think we must appreciate the fact that internet is it's accessible. It's accessible. Almost majority parts of Kenya are actually internet. There's internet connectivity.
Great.
Unless it is the very, very interior, but even if it is that in the remote areas, you'll find that there is maybe a small town nearby. So I have seen, like in Kenya, the Kenyans who are working, I have seen quite a number of Kenyans who are in quite remote areas, more remote areas, far-flung areas more than I am, and they are still running the business. So that one is one thing I can say that it does not. And even those who are in areas where it is remote, they usually find time, maybe once in a while, they can be able to access the internet connectivity, because our business does not demand you to be on the internet 24 hours. For me, I work as a teacher, so the better part of the day, it's actually taken up by my regular job, because I leave my house by 7. I work in a boarding school. In this end, we have boarding schools. So the boarding school, I have to be in school at least by 6:45. And sometimes my work takes the most of the day, and I come back even into the house as late as 8 p.m. And sometimes I'm demanded to go back. So anytime I find in the pockets of the time, maybe when I'm waiting to get to my lesson, I have breaks in between my lessons, during the lunch breaks, waiting for a meeting, I would actually check on my business. Over the weekends, I find more time over the weekends because it's less congested, unlike the weekdays. But basically during the week, it's either I wake up a few hours early enough and prepare my youngest child who goes to school. So he has to leave the house early also. So I have to prepare the child and let him leave the house before I start my business. So the challenges of connectivity is we don't have much of that. But now the challenge I had personally was, coming, telling myself that, Evelyn, you can be able to do this. It was more of my personal overcoming my personal challenges, rewiring my mindset that I can actually be able to do it. And I want to speak to somebody who has one challenge or another, physically or in any particular way, because most of the time we judge ourselves too harshly, that we do not give ourselves chance. So me personally, I looked at myself. Who is going to look at me? I looked at the disability I had, and I was telling myself, who is going to even think about, or listen to what I am saying? So it was more of personal than, the business idea, sharing the business out. But once I was able to overcome my personal challenges, rewiring my mindset and telling myself that, nobody is going to judge me, and everyone accepted me. By the way, it is the community that, gave me the confidence that I have, just like I've said earlier, that nobody judged me. Nobody looked at my face and judged me that how I looked. Nobody was able to judge whether I have an accent from Africa or from wherever. People looked at me from, people embraced me. Everyone embraced me, and I'm talking with a lot of confidence, because every single day I have people. I'm talking to people from around the globe. I'm talking to people from Asia, people from Europe, from all parts of Europe, people from Africa as well, people from North and Americas. So it is not about how you look. It's not about where you are coming from. And just like Omolara said, even if you don't have any formal education, our training system is so step by step, easy to follow. If you have basic English, then you can be able to follow. So the personal challenge was quite a lot. So that is what really pulled me down. That is, I really took some time. Remember, I said I saw the business a while ago, and I was just weighing, well, can I do it or not? But now when I overcame that, it's like it was like I got some energy in me. I just want to share with anyone. I want to talk to somebody and tell them, hey, look, my fellow Africans, there's something here. It's a gold mine. You need to check it out. And I want to share this information with anyone who cares to listen, anyone who wants to change their lifestyle. So once you are able, and that is even for the people who are skeptical, they think, no, if I cannot do it, this is for other people. Of course, our business is mainly, you'll find that we have a lot of people from Canada, a lot of people from Philippines who are doing it. But we are here to tell you that it is working. Hello, Africans. We are doing it. And personally, for me, I am doing it in Africa. And I have seen in East Africa, we have people from all the East African countries. Any African continent, we have representatives from those countries. So it's not impossible. It is only possible when you change your mindset and you take a leap of faith and believe that it can be done. Once you believe that it can be done and you take this leap of faith, then you take action. And once you take action, it is no longer your business. It becomes our business, and we are here to guide you. We are here to hold your hand. We are here to tell you, don't do this. If you do this, you are going to get into trouble. Do this. We share our challenges and tell you that this is now what you need to do to avoid getting into this. So I can say that mine was just me. It was personal, not about the business, because the business is perfect. The training is updated. The support system is great. It was just me.
Wow, that's great. That's great. Thank you for sharing that. I mean,
Mm.
I always tell people,
Mm.
whatever you want to do in life, it's all
Mm.
about you and your perspective about that thing, the
Mm.
way you see that thing. And always
Mm.
tell people again that it's all about your mindset.
Mm-hmm.
We just, because the way we are wired, our brain is wired that, oh, you can't do this. No, you can't do that. But as soon as we realize that those are negative thoughts that our brain is telling us, we need to come out of it. I mean, before, I always think maybe we are human, right? We are all human. So I do think
Mm.
negative once in a while that, okay, what if I do this thing? If it didn't
Yeah.
come out the way I want it, I mean, am I going to lose? Am I going to be on the losing side? But the moment I joined this business, I realized mindset has a lot
Mm.
to do with her life.
Yeah.
Because with a negative mindset, that person can never move forward, because
Mm.
everything that person will be saying is all about negative.
Mm.
If that person says something that is, I mean, people are making it in that thing, successful in that thing, whatever is in the head, in the mind of that person will be saying, no, you can't do it. No, it's not a
Yeah.
successful thing. So it's all about
Mm.
our mindset, and we need to start changing it. And that's why
Mm.
we are coming out here. So folks,
Mm.
people that are watching us, that are going to catch up on the replay, it has to do with your mindset. Whatever you have to do, whatever you're doing, change the way you see things. So start change. If you had the negative person, you are the negative type that no, I don't see any good thing in this. I don't see, you have to change it for you to be able to move forward in life. If you don't change your mindset, you just be stagnant in a place.
Yeah.
So it's all about change your mindset today. And then our business, just like Miss Evelyn said, you are not, I mean, you don't have to be restricted in a place. You can do your business anywhere. Everybody has challenges. When I started, my challenge was when I went into the training, I'm like, okay, when am I going to finish all this training with my tour, with my job?
Mhm.
But I was about to quit the last one. I mean, leaving me with one, two, and a PRN. So I already get rid of the PRN. I have two. So, but when I joined, I said, okay, I need to devote my time with this business. I cannot, with my health. So I cannot continue this way. I had to leave one again. So I said, okay, let me now focus on my business. You know, I said the training, my mindset is beginning to change. So I had to, when I did away with the one with the other one, leaving me with one job, I said, now I think I feel comfortable with this one. I don't care because even with two jobs, I'm still in debt. So let me have one, let the business take care of whatever debt it is. And I thank God, lo and behold, I finished my training in less than 3 weeks. So it depends on what your input
Yeah.
into the system. Some people finish their training in 2 weeks, some people 1 month because of the time, some people don't have time. But in less than 3 weeks, I finished my training. So I said, wow, you know, my mindset has started changing that, okay, so this is how it is. So this is what it is. So I can do this. I didn't know I can do this. I didn't know I can do this. So I start saying positive in what people are doing. I start saying, even in myself, in my own life, I started seeing positive changes in me. And so that's the good and the good part of it. So we need, guys, we need to change our mindset. We need to do our due diligence. I know my last question is all about an advice to people who thinks it's impossible to run an online business. And you have mentioned part of it. You can run an online business regardless of your location, regardless of your background, regardless of your education. You can run this business because we have a system that is proven, a system that is working, giving great and huge results. The system that is has a training that is step by step. You don't need to be a computer guru. You don't need to be tech savvy before you do. As long as you have a basic knowledge of, you understand English, whatever from A is saying to you, you can understand that person, then you are good to go. It's a training you can do. It is this training that will build you up to become successful in an online business. So finally, Miss Evelyn, our time is fast spent. Lastly, I know you mentioned part of it, but I just want you, in case you have any other thing you have not mentioned. And the last question says, what's your advice? Give me 1 second. It says, what's your advice to people, to those who think it's impossible to run an online business in Africa, and any advice for those who are skeptical that maybe it's a scam? Because I know a lot of people will say, oh, it's a scam, they are not legit. Somebody even said it to me yesterday, and I sent my page to her. I did all what I could do. That, okay, are you not convinced enough? I'm registered with the state of Texas. Go on Google, search my name, you'll see it there. It's been it's a registered. I mean, if you yourself, you are not legit, you can't do this. You have to be legit personally to do this, to run our business, because it is a legit business whereby you have to pay your tax. So if you are not a resident, you're a resident of this country, you cannot run it. So you have to be legit personally yourself. So do you have any advice for our skeptic people who are out there listening to us and are going to catch up on the replay?
Okay. A quick one then, would just tell them that it is good to be skeptical. Yeah. You know, you have initially talked about the mindset, and I won't repeat much of that, is that there is nothing, however much you are so negative about something, the universe will collude with you and bring you all the excuses and tell you why it is not the reason why you cannot do it. But when you look at the positive side and you take a leap of faith and look into it and tell yourself that this is something that you can do, then again, the universe is so faithful. It will also collude with you and bring you all the reasons why you need to get yourself into this thing. Take the leap of faith, get register on Omolara's website or mine. Then take a leap of faith and watch the 90-minute webinar. The 90-minute webinar is very elaborate. What we are basically doing is just sharing information and inviting you to watch the webinar. And the webinar is available even right now on replay for the last episode that we had. Once you watch the webinar, which explains in detail the business model, then you can be able to decide whether it is your fit or not. But we cannot just brush it off and say that it is a scam or it is not legit. If it were not legit, I am a government official. I can never stick my neck in something that is not legitimate. We are putting our faces out there. We are paying our taxes, and therefore that shows that it is legitimate. And when you look at it, anyone who is getting, we have bankers, we have, everybody from the industries. We have lawyers, we have doctors, we have nurses, we have all people from all industries. All of this 120 people plus are not all wrong. You cannot scam all of these people around the world. So I want you to just advise our viewers that check it out, do your due diligence, research, and find out whether what we are saying is right or wrong, then make a decision for yourself. But I can actually tell you, take a leap of faith and you will never regret why you did so. Thank you so much, Omolara, for having me and sharing with me.
All right. Thank you, Miss Everlyne. I'm so glad and I'm so grateful. I called you and you said, yes, you're going to join me. So thank you for, accepting my invitation. Thank you for coming here this morning. I know it's it's evening, almost 7 p.m. over there in Kenya. So guys, if you're out there watching us and you're going to catch up on the replay, I want you to let us know where you're watching us from, even after the replay. I want you to let us know where you're watching us from, and I can categorically tell you that this business is doable anywhere in the world, anywhere, because we are globally. So you can do this business anywhere in the world. Anything, what you need to do is all the things you already have. You don't have to get some kind of expensive equipment. It's something you already have. You use your phone and your laptop or your desktop or your iPad. Those are the things you need. And these are the things almost everybody, almost all the homes in the world has it. So those are the things you need to do this business. You don't need so much thousands upon thousands of gadgets to run this business. And this business can be run anywhere. You can do it at your own convenient time. You schedule your time yourself. So if you want to look into it, like Ms. Everlyne said, go to my website, go to our website, register with your valid name and email address for us to send you a personal link that will take you to our live webinar that we normally always do every week on Tuesdays and Thursdays here in Texas. And I think in Kenya will be
Wednesday and Fridays.
Wednesday and Friday because of the time zone. So whatever time zone you have, just Google your time zone. My time zone here, it's Central Standard Time. And the webinar days is Tuesday and Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. While in Kenya, it's going to be Wednesdays and Wednesdays and Friday. What's the time? What's the time over there?
Wednesdays and Fridays 3 a.m. 3 a.m.
3 a.m. Okay. So anywhere you are in the world is doable as long as you are 18 years and above. All right, guys. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for joining us. Josephine, thank you. We really appreciate your comments. We appreciate you stopping by. So thank you. Until I come your way in another episode of Live the Life of Your Dream. Thank you, Miss Everlyne, and bye for now.
Yeah, bye-bye.